on that.
Is it?
Twin bed. Yep, and I can tell the difference.
All right, we're gonna sit here.
What type of destination, address, intersection, place of interest, or contact?
What is it? Place of
interest?
yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry for what?
Sorry. Speech session ended. Goodbye.
Jesus Christ.
What type of destination, address, intersection, place of interest, or contact?
Place of interest.
Say the name of the place of interest nearby or say change location.
Change location.
Okay. Say the name of the city and state for the place of interest you want.
Oshkosh, Wisconsin.
Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Is that correct?
Yes.
Name the place near Oshkosh, Wisconsin.
Harbor Freight.
Airworks 3. Is that correct?
What? No!
Say yes if this is correct. Say
No.
no to try again.
No.
Or choose one of the other results from the screen.
No.
No.
I'm sorry. Let's go back. Name the place near Oshkosh, Wisconsin.
Let me try. Harbor Freight.
Cover right. Is that correct?
No.
No.
Command not understood.
You're fired! Bye.
Speech session ended. Goodbye.
Found it. What did she call it? Harbor Freight or Arborvitae or something? What happens when you have a cold and you don't feel good? You go shopping! Make you feel good.
It was just a dumb navigation.
Yes. I think we need a cart.
Okay, we'll get a cart.
Yeah, basket ain't gonna get it.
Oh, I didn't start it. I should have just started the damn
Let's
thing.
start it.
Oh, is it going the whole time? It's blinking.
Yeah, it's going.
Oh.
Okay, start out. Cheers. Always with the cheers. 7 out.
Water.
All right. So, we went shopping today.
Just for a little
A
bit.
little bit. Kind of not so much a holiday thing, but anything for angler for a reasonable price.
Just some gifts. I mean, not
Yeah.
necessarily
Exactly.
Christmas, birthdays, Valentine's Day, just because.
So there was a place I really wanted to go for a long time because I had a bunch of coupons. And
Right.
today was the day to do it.
And where was that place?
That was Harbor Freight. So,
Don't ever get sucked in there.
the coupon thing. So,
You want that
book.
the book?
Yeah. So I get this book, I guess most everyone does. Obviously, we kind of chopped it up a little bit. But the Harbor Freight book. And the cool thing with this book that I love, especially for ice fishing, is that you can get some really nice things to help you out on the ice for a fraction of the cost because you cut the coupons.
Yeah, none of these things are necessities.
No.
These are extras just for comfort.
Right. And this is things I've learned from the gals we fished with. They've learned this over time and they've passed it on, and we're going to pass it on to you.
Right.
So
Just a few little things.
Yep. So to start out, let's go with carabiner. I'm planning on using this on my sled rope.
Yep.
I'm gonna carabine this on there, and because I've got a big rope on my sled that comes back out, but because I liked it because it had this padding on it, so I could actually pull this.
That's very handy.
And for many things, I could connect together as I go out on the ice. Who knows?
Yeah.
But it's made out of aluminum. Use it as a handle. You can pull
Really lightweight.
and take the pressure off your hands.
And
So
it was a couple bucks.
yeah.
And you know, if you're pulling that sled out by yourself by hand, this is going to be handy if you don't have something else, if you don't have a cushion or
Right.
some type of padded handle.
Yeah.
But the other thing that actually we have a friend who does is she just has a shoulder harness that she hooks up to that rope on her sled.
Right.
She just lets it follow right behind her.
Yeah.
So that's another thing.
And carabiners, you can't go wrong. What, 99, was it $1.99, 99 cents?
It was like $1.
It was cheap. So, that's one thing.
Absolutely.
Okay, so this next thing I've been dying for. This is like 2 years in the making. I just have not gone there to get them.
And I've had one.
Right.
and I use it.
And most people have it. So we had 2 coupons, one for $1.99 for one and $1.29 for the smaller one. So
Right.
got both. So and that item is, go for it. I'll grab the big one.
Magnetic trays.
Yes. So the idea behind this is to collect your jigs while you're fishing.
Yeah.
And they will stick closely to this. So that's the small one. That was what, 4-inch?
4-inch.
And this was the 6-inch. See the difference in, and they were what, 75 cents different.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I mean, honestly, they're really inexpensive,
Right.
and for safety, whether you're on the ice in a shack, just working on your bench, and you need a place to toss your jigs and things to
Yeah.
keep them from going all over.
Right.
Very handy.
Right.
And the magnetized back as well, so if you need to stick it to the side of something.
Yep. Absolutely. So, I think even at home you could probably use this if you're working on a project, get nuts and bolts and screws, you just don't
You know
use
what?
them.
I have one of mine for sewing pins. I do a
Oh,
lot of
that's a good
sewing,
idea.
and I throw my pins in there.
Cool.
They don't go all over.
So I'm stoked. So we have those now. So
Yeah, that's awesome. So, another thing that we got from Harbor Freight.
Harbor Freight with a coupon. These are all coupon items.
Right, these were all really special deals.
Little light.
A nice little battery lantern.
Yep, absolutely.
Really lightweight.
Yep, if you're in a shelter, great thing to have with you. You got to remember the ice, or it starts getting dark outside about 3:30, 4 o'clock. It'd just be nice to have that with you on the ice or in your car while you're trying to put stuff away, because a lot of times it's dark by the
Absolutely.
time you get back to your car.
It was inexpensive, and it's not a throwaway because
Right.
you can replace the batteries.
Exactly. So, granted, the color's not the greatest, but put stickers on there and you'll be good to go.
Yeah.
And we paid for that?
$3,
$3,
maybe.
$3.
Maybe $2. It was well worth it.
Yep.
Just because it's so lightweight, easy,
Right.
and if you get stuck in the dark, there's nothing worse.
Yeah, exactly. Next item, it's all about light.
Yeah, this is another little power light. Now they sell these in a lot of different places.
Yes.
Almost every hardware. They're battery operated with a hook and a magnet back, and these are super bright.
There's 2 lights, one there.
I mean, I don't want to blind you, but obviously,
Yeah, this way.
I'll blind Kim.
all
It's
about
okay.
Yeah.
It's all about the light. A lot of those shelters are really dark and black inside.
Right.
So, you don't need a lot of light to read your electronics, but if you have to retie or something like
Or
that.
just move around somewhere. But the cool thing, it's got a built-in hook. So a lot of times you can just hang it to the top.
Yeah. And, it's
and there's a
handy.
light on here too. And this one was free.
That one was
Because
free.
there was a coupon on there, buy something, you get this one free. So
Right.
I like free. Free's good.
There's actually 2 coupons in that book.
And this one was free.
Yep.
Cool.
All right. That was the end of our Harbor Freight trip, although
We did go shop in other places. So
we did go shopping other places, and for just that amount of stuff.
right. So the other cool thing I got was this little hat. Now I got this at Leeway Shooter Supply. What's the brand name on here? I don't even know.
Trophy.
But the cool thing that this has a built-in light.
Yes.
And I think it frees up your hands. You're out there doing whatever. I'm going to use this to feed my horses at night, but I'm going to put this in my ice fishing jacket in my pocket. I might wear it all the time too, depends on the weather. And I think it's stretchy enough to put over a ball cap too.
I think so.
It's a tight weave,
Yeah.
which we'll give to that. So I thought this was cool because it just seems like in this time of year you just don't have enough light.
And what was it? $15 maybe?
Yeah.
It wasn't that
And
much.
they had other colors too, but I don't
Oh,
have
yeah.
much camouflage.
A lot of colors.
I went camouflage, so I'm boring. Anyways.
All right. Let's talk about some safety nets.
Okay. I think if you saw my other video previous to this about my tackle boxes being all messed up, these little packages are great.
Hook bonnets.
Yep, L's Goldfish Lure sells these. I believe they sell them like this, and these are different sizes. The colors represent a size.
Right. They're all color coded.
And I think they have a bulk bag. I don't know. I'd have to go on their website and look. But
I think they do.
These are the bomb. These are bomb. I think Cabela's carries these. If not, go to their webpage.
There's some different brands, but the owls are easy to put on and take off.
Yeah. And I can't recommend these more. I've had mine for a couple weeks, and now I can just grab stuff and not worry.
Right, and heaven forbid, you're taking your family out, you've got kids going out on the ice, It's so easy for them to get into those boxes, and if you've got your hooks covered, how much peace of mind do you have from that?
Yep.
You're still going to watch them,
Yep.
but you're not going to be afraid that they're going to get a treble hook in their hand.
I think if you get one of these bags, you'll be sorry because you wish you would have gotten more.
Absolutely.
You know, and I would say get one of these if you like it, and if you like it, buy more.
Yeah, give it a try, but never hurts.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, they're going to be at the Fishing Expo in Madison in February. So
Yes,
I'm
they
sure
will.
they will have those there. So if you're going there, you'll be able to meet those folks, and they'll be there.
Check them out. A really great company.
Yep.
It's these are all U.S. made. It's a woman-owned company. They really support the community.
Exactly.
They do a lot for us.
Exactly. So check them out. More hook safety.
Right.
Go ahead. These are great.
All right. These are made by lots of different companies. This one happens to be clam. They do come in different sizes, but they're clear. Not all companies make the clear, but we like the clear ones because you can put these on your rod. You put your hook, your jig, whatever, into your little hook keeper. You cover it with one of these. It's not getting tangled. You're not worried about a hook going in your hand. You're not worried about a hook going in the child's hand.
Right.
And it's just so much easier and so much peace of mind to have these.
I find that the smaller the
Jig?
hook, jig and the hook, I stab myself more with those than I do with normal.
And they're sharp. And
They
you
are
want
sharp.
them to be sharp.
Right.
So take care of them, cover them up.
Yep.
Just
And there's other sizes too, and this one says they were $4.99. You probably can
yeah.
find them
I mean,
cheaper.
they make them from 1 inch up to like 6-inch sizes
Right.
for all types of baits and lures.
Love them, especially if you're hole hopping too, and you got 3 rods, and you just take those rods and go, and everything's not getting tangled up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
How easy is that?
Cool.
All right. Well, let's talk.
This is a cool product.
Yeah, we really like this, and there's some new versions of it actually.
Yeah. So this is the mother load. I have to say, I think this was almost $20, but this is going on year 3
Right.
for this, and a lot of people have used this when they've come to my house and we fished and we leave in the morning. But
Right.
that's what I'm down to right now. So this is going to be good for the rest of the year.
Right. And what we do, some people use Vaseline. We like this because it stays on a little bit longer. But you put it on your bare skin, and it keeps you from getting frostbite and windburn on that bare skin, and it is very effective. When I put it on, my cheeks don't get cold. I've got that barrier or protection no matter what I'm doing. If I don't put it on and I forget, I can be miserable.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they make it in this big jumbo, and I had a larger size tube, like a 5-inch tube that I usually carry in my tackle bag. But it does freeze when I'm out there on the ice.
Right.
And this year, they actually have smaller pocket sizes.
Well, that's chapstick. This one.
Oh, this is okay.
Yeah, you know what?
The smaller pocket size tubes. All right.
Yep.
But I'm going to put this in my pocket instead of my tackle box,
Right.
so that I can just use it anytime out there. And you can put it anywhere. You can put it on your lips. You can put it on your skin.
And this one just happens to be a chapstick.
Right. And they make chapstick too. But I won't go ice fishing without this. I'm miserable if I do.
And there's no scent, no anything. So if you're allergic to any kind of smells,
Right.
this is neutral. There's nothing.
Right. And it does eventually. It'll soak into your skin, but it really stays all day.
Great.
All right. Then I've got a couple more comfort items. So this, I grew up in Southern California. I really get cold easily, and I wear a lot of buffs, and I used to put a heat packet in the back neck of my buff, and that would do okay. But recently I found this one, and this particular one is by Clam, but what I like about it, a lot of company makes it, but this has a really super soft fur on the inside, and I really like it. It's the perfect size.
It covers your whole.
Yeah, I can move it down, I can move it up, I can cover my ears with it if I need to, pull it over my hat, and it is so soft and so warm that it's very comfortable.
Yeah.
And then we have gloves.
Right.
I have a lot of different gloves. I have some bulky gloves, I have, mittens, I have fingerless gloves, I have gloves that hold heat packs. I come back to these fingerless gloves every time. These I've worn for 3 seasons now, and the rubber on the palm is starting to wear out, and I picked up a new pair this year. They're made by Glacier, they're Glacier gloves. I actually put a cheap pair of $1.99 mittens on the inside and cut off 2 of the fingers because I have to have my fingers free to tie. But if I get super cold, I could put a warmer packet in here for extra protection, but I never find that I need to when I wear these. And I've got everything, but I go back to these time and time again.
Yeah, you'll find your favorites. I think it takes some time to figure out what they are. There's no perfect glove out there.
I agree
In my
with
whole
you.
life, there's no perfect
There's no
glove.
perfect glove. And sometimes, you know, if it's super cold and my hands get wet, I'll put them in a pocket with a hand warmer.
Yeah.
But I am more comfortable with these than any other
Yeah.
gloves that I found.
And I suggest if you do go out and you're going to plan on spending the day, bring a couple pair with you. Maybe leave a pair in the vehicle and maybe have 2 on your body. Because once they get wet and you get cold, then the whole day gets shot into your hand. Okay, so our next item that I found is the boxes for your tackle. Because the stuff's so tiny, you got all these jigs in here. And this is really what this clam box is set up for. And it's on both sides, but the problem I have on this side, see all these hanging things? They just don't hang right in here.
Right. These jig boxes work great for regular jigs.
Right. So
But not for spoons, drops.
Right. So we really I'm trying to solve that problem. So these are smaller, dangling type jigs. They work okay in there, but for the real long ones, they just don't.
Yeah, you got
budge.
to take care of those dangling bits.
Yes. So now I ended up getting this little box somewhere, and I don't know what the brand name is on this. You have to look around.
Yeah, I don't remember where we found those.
But what you can see in here, there's other little boxes in here, so you just flip these open. And the cool thing about this is that there's terminal tackle in here. So I got treble hooks in here, some little weights, and some really, really tiny jigs that I know I'll get lost in here.
Sure.
But the beauty of this one, you can pick up this whole section. And I had taken a piece of foam that I got from work, some package came with it, and I hung those jigs in there. So those hang a lot better. They're not flopping around like the other one. I think it's going to work out pretty good. But again, it's tiny and small. But one thing I did find at Home Depot are these containers. These were $5.97.
It's a good deal.
I know people use the Milwaukee Tool ones, and I think DeWalt has a set, and they're built for screws and all other things. But the cool thing is there's 3 latches on there, and there's a seal on side here, so that means it's watertight.
Right.
So I thought that was kind of cool. But the other cool thing about it, all these sections do come out, so you can adjust this to whatever you have, longer items or whatever. I'm planning on putting foam in here and doing some other things with them. And I think this is going to solve my problem once I find the foam that's right.
Right.
But I thought these were just brilliant. And there's another size bigger than this that's really double this for like $9. So this is the first time I've tried this. They're the Husky brand. I don't know how it's going to turn out. Who knows? They might crack in the cold, but I'm going to give it a shot this year. So I don't know. I just think this could be brilliant. You could store, I don't know, hand warmer stuff in here. I don't know.
There's all kinds of stuff. I mean, it's really hard. There's tons of boxes on the market.
Right.
And it's really hard to find a box that fits every single specific need that you have.
Right. Like I said, $5.99, $5.97, and this thing was $12, $13, $14, $15. So, you know, this probably could work for this too. So I don't know.
It probably could with the right foam in there.
Right.
It would work great.
You know, you get a razor blade and the right foam. Like you said, you
Right.
can really probably put
You
it all in this one box.
Stand up your spoons right in there.
Right. And it looks
Cover them
good.
with hook covers, and you're good to go.
Right. Okay. What else you got?
What else? Well, let's talk about.
Clothing. More clothing.
Yeah, because the person who gets cold, right?
Right.
So socks are an important thing, and we found that merino wool socks under your boots are actually, merino wool is soft, it's not an itchy wool, and it really keeps your feet warm. And we found these were from Sherpers.
Shippers, yeah, Milwaukee, Port Washington.
Yeah, but we actually found these for $5, $4.99
yeah,
for
crazy.
socks.
Crazy.
I picked up several pair, I'm wearing them all the time, under my boots, or in my boots.
Yeah.
And they keep my feet warm. They're very helpful.
Right. And merino wool, if you buy smart wool, those are $20 a pair for a pair of socks.
And they shrink up right away.
Yeah. So at this price point, you know, you really could beat them up, shrink them, and I think you won't feel so bad.
Right. And they have shorter ones, longer ones.
Yeah.
And you can find merino wool socks in a lot of places, but
Here's the
not
brand.
usually for that price.
Yeah. You know, who knows? But I don't know. I like the height on them, and it looks like there's other support in here
Yeah.
for your calves and thighs, so it's worth a shot.
And then when you come off the ice,
Yeah, those are nice. Those are nice.
these are really nice. They're really soft on the inside.
Yep.
They've got this nice fleece lining that's super soft. Unfortunately, they're too heavy to go in your boots for most people. I guess
Yeah.
if you have a really loose boot, they might work, but they're sure warm.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. Fleet Farm for those.
Work great as slipper socks.
Yeah, I think last year they were like $15. I got those last year.
Yeah, they were running a bunch of specials.
And today we saw them for like $9 or something.
Yeah.
So the prices dropped on those. So
Yeah, I think so too.
All right, so one of my must-haves, total must-haves, if you have a cell phone or a camera or anything that you need juice on, are these power packs to have to recharge that. Your cell phones won't last as long as it does in the summer. I think most people know that.
Oh yeah, even if you keep it in an interior pocket, it
right.
gets cold.
But these are cool. This one came off Amazon. You can get these for about $15, maybe $20. The cool thing about this one, there's a solar panel on here, so you could actually.
And they're waterproof.
They're waterproof, and there's a flashlight built in here. It's all about light here today. Right here, I think. It goes on, so there's a light here, so it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's got a compass in case you get lost. Not that anyone knows how to read a map anymore. But
we do.
Yeah. But you probably get an extra charge and a half off these, maybe a little bit longer. But if you really want a good one and not really pay a lot of money, like this one when I bought it was like $80, but I think these are dropped in price.
Yeah.
You can get these half the size, but this one will charge 10 phones at full charge. This is an Anchor brand, Anchor.
And I have one that is the half size one, and it'll charge my newer phone
3 or 4 times.
3 or 4 times.
But if you're going to a sleeper shack all weekend, I would recommend taking these.
Absolutely, they've saved my butt.
Now, sitting in the car, trying to charge your phone is not going to get it. Your car will be running for hours,
right?
Trying to get a little bit of a charge, and these guys will do a great job.
Right, and you can get really fancy, and you can have a battery box out there, or you can hook a phone charger into your electronics battery. But these are easy; they're not that expensive, and you've got a great backup.
Right. And the other thing too, you can just leave this connected to your phone the whole time.
Right.
And I've done that in the past. And
right. Then we have one last item, pretty much.
Yep. And a barking dog.
And a barking dog, but we're almost done.
Yep.
So she can wait. Lucy, wait.
Come here.
Sit.
Come here, Lucy.
So, you've got this big box here.
Yeah, so Thanksgiving Day weekend, Fleet Farm, we had a grand opening in West Bend, so they had everything was stocked up. But I bought this bag of
Mega warmers.
Mega warmers, and these are bigger, probably maybe 3 times the size of the normal ones.
Absolutely.
I'm not sure where I'm going to put these, but I don't know, just something, because I have camera gear, and I think I might put them in my boxes and that, where my camera batteries are.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
Just like I mentioned earlier, putting these little toe warmers on the back of a phone if you need to keep your phone warm.
Right.
You can put those in a battery box and help keep things warm.
And they also have, there's a full size for your feet, so if a half or a toe warmer is not going to get it for you, they have full insoles that are the heat stuff.
Right.
Well, I got this box years ago when I snowmobiled from a friend as a gift. At first it was like, why do I need so many?
Oh, little did you know.
Little did I know, but every time we went out, 2 in the hands, 2 in the boots, and off we would go. But, so now every time I go to the store, you'll see them for a couple bucks. I'll grab a handful and throw them in here.
I do too. I always have extras with me because we have found that we take a lot of people out on the ice that really aren't comfortable or haven't been on the ice, or they're just learning to ice fish. And if we can keep them warm for a longer period of time, they really learn to enjoy ice fishing.
Right.
If somebody's going to be miserable and cold, they're not going to want to go back out. So just, amp up that comfort level and make people as comfortable as you can, and they'll go out and have fun with you.
And they will keep, so if you don't use them all this year, you can use them next year.
Absolutely.
So, sometimes you'll run into ones that don't work, but I think
it's
that's
very rare. And, we know somebody in our club, our fishing club, who she says she uses them for 2 hours and puts them in a sealed plastic bag, and when she takes them back out, they get hot again. I've never been able to duplicate that. I try and it doesn't work for me, but who knows? Maybe she uses a different brand.
So I think this is all we got. I hope this helps. I hope that you get some ideas and share that with whoever.
Right. It's pretty much our comfort items.
Yeah, nothing that's really over the top, that's really top dollar. But, Harbor Freight, get your coupons. See, we've all seen them. I've thrown probably more of these books out in my lifetime than actually using any coupons. But if you go in there with a plan, you really can walk out with some pretty cool stuff.
And if you don't have a Harbor Freight, a lot of these items you can find
at
Walmart or at a hardware store, and you can find them on sale if you watch for the right time of year.
Right. So, hope everyone has a great, safe holiday.
Yes.
And, if you got any ideas to share, post them in the comments. I'd like to hear about them.
Absolutely.
Stuff. Because everyone's got something that.
Everybody's got a little secret. Share those secrets with us. We love them.
Yeah. All right. Peace.